Here is the uncomfortable truth. A RAG system can retrieve the right document and still give a wrong answer with total confidence.
Exactly. Retrieval quality is not the same thing as answer faithfulness. Faithfulness asks a stricter question. Did the final answer stay grounded in the provided context? Or did the model invent, stretch, or misread something?
So this is not just about factual accuracy in the world. It is about whether the answer is supported by the evidence the system retrieved.
Right. An answer can be globally true and still be unfaithful to the context. In RAG, that matters because your system is making an implicit promise. I will answer from these sources.
Give me a concrete failure, because this is where teams get lulled into thinking, close enough.
Say your retriever pulls an HR policy that says parental leave is 12 weeks for full-time employees. The model answers, all employees get 12 weeks. That sounds small, but it dropped the condition. The answer is unfaithful because the source did not support that broader claim.
And that is where the risk shows up. A user hears a polished answer, acts on it, and now the system has quietly changed policy.
Yes, faithfulness failures are dangerous because they often sound more fluent than the source material. The model smooths edges, merges clauses, fills gaps, and removes uncertainty. That makes the answer easier to consume and easier to trust for the wrong reason.
So why does this hit RAG systems especially hard? Why not just call it hallucination and move on?
Because RAG narrows the contract. In a plain model, you already know it may rely on parametric memory. In RAG, you paid the latency and complexity cost to retrieve evidence. If the answer still drifts away from that evidence, your architecture is failing at its main job.
Which means a team can celebrate high retrieval recall and still lose where the user actually feels the product, the final response.
Exactly. Imagine a support bot retrieve the correct refund policy and the correct shipping exception. Then it combines them into expedited orders are always non-refundable. Neither document says that. The answer is concise, plausible, and unsupported. That is a faithfulness bug, not a retrieval bug.
That seems like the hidden power shift in evaluation. The winner is not the system with the best-looking context window. It is the one whose answer does not overclaim.
Well put. Faithfulness affects both product behavior and how you measure quality. If you only grade final answers against a gold label, you can miss unsupported reasoning that happened to land on the right string.
So a lucky answer can score well while teaching the model the wrong habit.
Yes. Suppose the gold answer is Paris. Your retrieved context mentions France but not the capital. The model says Paris from prior knowledge. It gets the answer right, but it is unfaithful to the context. If you score only correctness, you reward behavior that bypasses retrieval.
And then, when the question is obscure, regulated, or time-sensitive, that shortcut becomes a liability.
Exactly. In internal knowledge systems, legal assistance, medical support, security playbooks, finance operations, the cost of unsupported claims is not abstract. It changes decisions, approvals, escalations, and accountability.
Let us make the distinction crisp. What are the common ways faithfulness breaks?
3 big ones. First, insertion. The answer adds facts not in context. Second, distortion. It changes scope, timing, quantity, or conditions. Third, false synthesis. It combines separate passages into a conclusion the sources do not justify.
That third one is sneaky, because synthesis is what we want from RAG until it crosses the line into fiction.
Right. Consider release notes. One chunk says feature A is available in beta for enterprise accounts. Another says feature B is generally available. The model answers, both features are generally available for enterprise accounts. It blended facts across chunks and produced a stronger claim than the evidence allowed.
So how should programmers think about evaluation if they care about this? Not a tutorial, just the mental model.
Separate 3 questions. Did we retrieve relevant evidence? Did the answer stay supported by that evidence? And did the answer actually solve the user's question? Those are different axes. A system can pass one and fail the others.
That means debugging gets sharper too. If retrieval is good, but faithfulness is bad, the fix is not just more chunks or a bigger context window.
Exactly. You might need stricter answer constraints, better citation alignment, chunking that preserves qualifiers, or prompts that force uncertainty when evidence is incomplete. The key is to treat unsupported completion as a first-class failure mode.
I like that phrase, unsupported completion, because the temptation is always to reward answers that sound decisive.
And decisive is not the same as reliable. In practice, a faithful answer may be narrower, less polished, or include a caveat. That is often a feature, not a weakness, because it mirrors what the evidence can actually support.
So if you are shipping RAG, the strategic mistake is optimizing for fluency while the evidence trail quietly collapses underneath.
Yes. Users do not inspect embeddings. They judge the sentence in front of them. Faithfulness is the bridge between retrieval and trust. If that bridge fails, the rest of the stack stops mattering.
Which gets us to the core takeaway. Answer faithfulness is not a nice-to-have metric for researchers. It is the difference between a system that cites knowledge and a system that manufactures authority.
Exactly. In RAG, the best answer is not the one that sounds smartest. It is the one that can survive a line-by-line audit against the evidence.